Today, I talk about the typing in real world goal. Typing as the maintenance tool, not a one-time tools. So if you want to introduce the typing in the existing project, you may create the issue ticket and apply the typing in the existing function class. But you should keep this quality, the typing quality, forever. So also the increment the workflow anyone can adapt. It means the typing is not for only the expert. So everyone uses the typing in your project, like a junior engineer, so new joiner. Everyone should use typing. Also, today I will good tips for you that you can grab my idea and you apply these tips to existing your project from today. About me, so I'm Koudai Aono, and I worked at Mirascope as the OSS engineer, and I have some OSS project like a Python plugin and the code generator. Also our pip, the T-strings, approved, and the feature will be shipped in Python 3.14. Thank you. And I have some talk, the PyCon US, this year, last year, also last year, the EuroPython. So how I came up with this talk? So I said that I talk about the decorator with the typing in the EuroPython. Also I get many feedback that it's too difficult to keep the typing quality in the project. In real project, we usually use the typing.Any and the type ignore comment to skip the type checker. And I think they need a practical, incremental workflow. Yeah, let's first intro example. So imagine we work at a SaaS company, maybe the web system. So, okay, we created a new product, of course Python with the typing. It's clear? And we released the first version 1.0. It's very clean code. The typing.Any is 0 and the type ignore comment 0. It's good. But after that, the salesperson requests a lot of the feature. Oh, customer want this feature, this feature, this feature. Please implement quickly. Okay, we should do it. But we don't have the time to resolve the typing puzzle with the existing function and the new function. And okay, we should ignore the existing type. Okay, we should replace the typing.Any and the type ignore comment. Looks good. The CI pass. Not good. So maybe the bug slip into the production. So it's a very funny story, but yeah, I imagine that someone this behavior. Yeah. So look the detail of the code. So the version 1, it's very clear. They use the type.Dict and the generic list item, the return type that they define. mypy pass, pyrite pass, it's good. Version 2, so we change the type.Dict to the Dict. They also use the any return value. Okay, pass CI, but the unseen bugs, no good. So recap. So type is like a test. If you type over the warning, you have no test. We should not ignore the type warnings. So this is today's agenda. Agenda, and I already uploaded this slide in the GitHub, and I show you some example code, and also I uploaded the example code in the repo. Pre-check there, yeah, after the talk. Okay, I introduced a new feature idea. So, yeah. I like this typing, the type guard. So user-defined narrowing the predicate. So from Python 3.10. But last year, we get the new one, the type is. So check only it is T predicate from Python 3.13. And yeah, I like this too, the typing extension. Okay, check the type guard. Type guard define detect the type. So, for example, this type guard has the int. It means this function return true. The argument is the int. It's clear. For example, the use the function if is int. This pattern, the type checker understand, okay, x is int and return the int. It's clear. But please look the else statement. Type guard doesn't support the else statement. Maybe there still be the int. But the type is the new one. The support else statement usage is same. Type is int. Also the support the return statement. It means use the function type strictly, so it's good. But we have the problem, the upgrade the weight syndrome. So type is very great. So our code base is still on the old Python. Yeah, of course, it's too difficult to upgrade the latest Python in the real project, production project. So, but the Python will be released every 12 months. What's the problem? So, if we want to upgrade new Python, we should check the dependencies, libraries. Also, we should test the unit test, integration test to check the regression test. Yeah, this is this is the spent time. So we should keep the room to check the compatibility. So also we should check in CI and the libs, anything. And the slow adoption. So still hint the higher maintenance cost. I think in the real project, it's too difficult to upgrade the Python version every year, so we can't get the time to upgrade the Python. But we have the typing extension. So this is the official backport package that we can use the typing extension via pip. For example, I introduced the type is the latest one, Python 3.13, but we can use this type in the old Python 3.9. It's very good that we don't need to upgrade the Python for the new types. Recap, the typing extension is the unofficial time machine. We can use the new feature today, Py upgrade. So everyone remember all the style type, like typing.List, typing.Dict, the optional int. So now we have the very cool things, the standard list dict, the pipe operator, for the optional. So, but it's too difficult to upgrade old style to new style with your hands. So, and I guess someone create a new function, and I want to use the new pipe operator for the optional. And the new function has the new style, but the old function keep the old style. And the reviewer has the stressful, too difficult to understand what different function. And we have the PyUpgrade. This is the CL tool, and we can upgrade old style to new style, very easy. Let's look the example. So this area has the many old style union, the optional, the typing list. After run the PyUpgrade command, change it to the new style without a problem, bugs. But we have some problem. So this the old style optional and union doesn't use, but still they're here. So we have the RAF, the linter, and the RAF supports the many rules that include the PyUpgrade as a UP and the F0401. So PyUpgrade, I said. They also F401, the remove unused imports. Let's look the before after. So after the RAF with this rule, the clean up the old style to the new style and clean up the import statement. Very useful. Recap that we can use the PyUpgrade with the RAF. We migrate the old style, new style one shot, and we can keep new style type if we set up the RAF with this rule in the CI and pre-commit. Okay. I explain about the problem. So Python can get the magic. So for example, some SaaS provider provide the SDK like an app client, and we instantiate the app client as the client, and we want to add the name, so client.name. So and we created the get name function. This function gets the strings and return strings. It's very simple. But the mypy, say error. Because the third-party app client doesn't define their name attribute, but not illegal in Python. We can add the new attribute without problem. But we should resolve this CI error, and we can put the type ignore. CI pass. But this pattern has a problem. So coworker change the function, the argument. The last time we defined the user ID is the string, but the coworker changed the string to the UUID. Makes sense. We keep the UUID in the database. But they don't change the other place. It means the get name return get the string 123 as a user ID, but the CI pass. Because we put the type ignore. So the solution that we should put the specific type error code in here, ATTL defined. When they run the CI, they failed, found the bugs. We can ignore specific errors, and we can understand the problem. Also, I highly recommend introduce the pre-commit in your project. So the pre-commit use some the linter and type checker, the formatter before you commit. So and also we can reuse the same configuration. Usually we use the PyProject TOM. So it means that we can keep the same rule that pre-commit. It means the local and the CI/CD. It's very clean. The recap. So I highly recommend to use the specific error code for the type ignore comment. So also that we can reuse the configuration, CI/CD and the pre-commit. This is the real use case. What's the Mirascope? I worked at the Mirascope, and we provide some of the OSS tools. And this is the Mirascope is a single Python SDK. Talk to the many LLM like OpenAI, the Anthropic, the Gemini. This library provides the simple decorator LLM call and provide the feature like async call, some of the strong type checking that we can use the pip installed with the specific provider like OpenAI. Last year, I introduced the typing for the decorator, like param spec, the concatenate. So this typing that can rewrite a function signature without losing the type safety. I used this typing in the LLM core. I explain about the LLM core. So if you want the request to the LLM, write the prompt, please blah blah blah, and the LLM core convert the strings to the specific request. Each provider request the individual request type like a JSON object. And the LLM gets the specific format request and return the response. And LLM core convert this result to the response model. Let's look at the code. So we define the book as the response model by using the Pydantic based model. We put the LLM provider, the OpenAI, the model name, and the response model. And this function, extra book, get the string and create some of the prompt that return the string. Please look last two lines. The user add some of the request as text, and the extra book that get this text and create the new prompt message, and the decorator convert these simple strings to the LLM request JSON, and the SDK request to the LLM, and the response get LLM decorator and convert to the Pydantic model, the book. It's simple. And this repository opened, and we put the many example like this example in the repo, how to use it. So, and we use the CI/CD with the Pyrite, and the Pyrite check the source, also check the example directory. It's a good practice. So this is my story. So Pyrite find the bug when I adding the new feature. So I have the one task. So I was adding the new call params inside the LLM call. It means the argument. I made a mistake, but the Pyright raised the error, and I understand the problem before merge. So this is the very simplified example, but please check. So I added the call params. So this example has the call params. How to use the call params temperature, the 0.7. Oh, it's very simple. And I changed this base call params. We define the call params as the base call params in the repo, and here the temperature, the float or no. So I made a mistake. I changed this float to the string. It's a bug, but we have this pre-commit check for the example. If I run the pre-commit, raise the error, because the example expects the float, but I changed the float to the str. So why it's important? So because the LLM code, it's too difficult to test, unit test with the mock. We can't create the actual all mock pattern with all the LLM provider. Also, it's too difficult to introduce the integration test, connect to the external LLM core provider in the CI/CD. The cost is very huge. So, but if you set up the example with the type checker, you can validate the interface is correct. So it's very good. Okay, I have already show the tips and how to apply your project. So first, I recommend set up the RAF with the app and the other rules, autofix. I recommend the Pyright now. So it's a modern checker. And you should check the existing code. So precisely ignore the drop blanket tag. Also, I recommend to introduce the typing extension for the new type for your project. And the type example is very useful. So unit test, of course, we need, but the example code work as a unit test. So it's good for everyone. Maybe the new joiner check how to use this project. Yeah. And highly recommend you should not apply the old change to old code. It means a module at a time and the step by step. Okay, conclusion. So typing is very, very important. So we can avoid the bugs, the safer refactor, the smooth upgrade. So maintain the hit, the little by little, the big payoff over time. So please check the repo. So I already the old code and the example. Yeah, thank you very much.